Shalom, Karlaim La Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash, double honor to the elders and the apostles of GMS. Shalom to Yakim in the faith, on the word of true sincerity. Lord, when this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. The title of this lesson today is going to be charity / gift / lot, pretty much, finding what the Lord, has given you and pretty much excelling in it. Oftentimes it's not over time, and sometimes it's not just one thing, but when you do find what you could do for the truth or for the body, for the ministry of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash, you do it, man. Because the scriptures talk about how the Lord gave us talents and we ought to multiply those talents. Those are gifts, man. Of course, the works as well. The knowledge of the scriptures that we learn. We got to continue to grow and teach. We can't be where we were yesterday. So I want to start the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 7. Give alms of thy substance, and when thou givest alms, let not thy eye be envious. Neither turn thy face from any poor, and the face of the Most High shall not be turned away from thee. I want to get this in the NLT. To everyone who practices righteousness, make donations based on what you have, and don't let your eye be grudge of what you've given. So don't be regretful. Don't be in it. This kind of racist and this kind of through. But don't be an Indian giver. That's what they say in the world, man. Let's get that definition. And that don't make sense to me. But we're going to see what they call it an Indian giver, because most of the cost me Indian because it comes from cultural misunderstanding in the Spanish century. And then you change your mind. So pretty much is when you give somebody something and then you change your mind. But really, that's Esau, man, because I'm not even going to get into that. That sounds like a rabbit loophole. We're going to continue on through the Spirit. If thou hast an abundance, give alms accordingly. If thou have but a little, be not afraid to be according to that. Be not afraid to give according to that a little. The scriptures speak about how Jacob gave us a tenth of what he had, and that's what we ought to be doing, giving 10%, not to these wicked churches and these whorehouses, but, to the body and the ministry, man, towards helping the elect. Let me see if I can get that scripture. It seems like I can. I'm spelling the word tenth right. But, you give according to what you have. We often do 10% or whatever. If times are going hard, you give according to what you have through the Spirit. And if times are going good, you definitely give according to what you have, because the Lord is the one who got you good, man. You don't want to be brought down, just because you don't want to be charitable, just because you thinking you can flip the bag and then you fuck around your investment, and now you don't got nothing to give. Because I've been in that scenario where I've had a lump sum and I was supposed to give a certain set amount, but I gave a different amount, right? And of course, all that money just went into flames, roughly, figuratively speaking, So when you get what you get, man, through the Spirit, give what's according, and the money that you have, you own. If you want to fuck around and try and invest it and think whatever you could do, and then you do that. That's my own testimony. That's through, man. But God, the Lord will do it to you, man. It says we're filling up a pocket with holes, a bag with holes, man. So, we always going to be flooded with bills, and we always going to be behind compared to our peers, which are these heathens, which aren't our peers, but, peers in society. Verse 9, for thou layest up a good treasure for thyself against the day of necessity. That's right, because cash or whatever bartering system that you have in that current time, that's a defense, man. You could use that to get up out of a scenario or to feed yourself. Verse 10 will end there, or we'll go through the Spirit. Because the alms do deliver from death, and suffereth not to come into darkness. So because you're charitable, the Lord can have more mercy on you, man. The Lord can raise you up more, through the Spirit, man. You got people that didn't die because of the charity that they did, man. The Lord spared them, gave them another day. The Lord, was merciful towards them. For alms is a good gift unto all that give it in the sight of the Most High. That's right, man. So, if you give it into the sight of the Most High sees that. And he sees that you're sincere. You're giving it to sincere people who could use it. You know, the Lord sees that, man. The Lord give you back, you know, 100-fold of what you're giving. You know, but you can't be out here giving for the sight of men. You got a lot of people, when they go out, they want men to see them. They have to record it. They gotta pretty much put it on a billboard, or else they don't feel like they've done it. My homeboy in the world told me that. He said a lot of men don't feel like they've accomplished something unless they tell the world. You know, not everything gotta be told and spread, man. You know, some people don't have that humility and that self-restraint of not having to ramble. Some people got to be old, you know, it's me. Lights on, spots on, you know, lights, camera, action. Continuing on. And that's a gift, man. You know, if the Lord has given you a lot and you give a lot to the church, you keep, it's because it's not you that's sustaining the body that you're feeding. You know, for example, like if the Lord got you in a good scenario where you're making good bread and you don't gotta live check to check like the common Jake, you know, that's out here scrambling for pennies. That's a blessing, man. So the Lord gave you that blessing so you could bless others, you know, and so he could be magnified, you know, because man don't sustain themselves, man. Man's born as of the Lord. And the Lord could take your job. The Lord, man, every single Jake is one scenario from going broke, man. Of course, you got the LeBron James. That's here in a different category. But yeah, let's take Young Thug for an example. His freedom is taken away. Let's say he has about $10 million in his name, net worth, whatever this, that, and third. He got hit with RICO charges, man. He has to forfeit a lot of his assets, man, because he's gotten them through illegal means. So Esau will just forfeit those things with no questions, no fight, man. And then he has to pay lawyer money. He got to consistently go back and forth to court. And he's not paying no public defender. He's paying the top dog, man. So that shit costs. So one scenario, one injury, you know, one medical bill, one death in the family, funeral costs 10 G's, man. What other scenario? A car accident, like, you know, you got to buy a new car because your car tripping. Or you ain't have insurance on the house burnt. I mean, all type of scenarios, man. You know, Jake ain't fit to survive the society without the Lord. So we're going to continue on in the book of Acts chapter 20, verse 35. I have shewed you all things how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak. The weak of our people, man. The weak of the body. You know, not just no random nigga that don't have no value or no regard, you know. Now you see this spirit upon the apostles, man, when they out there teaching, man. If a homeless Jake come up and they might be an Israelite foreigner, whatever the case may be, man, you see that that charity, that what's the word? Not even meekness, not even humility, mercy. You see that merciful spirit within the apostles, man, that they give a few dollars here and there. The apostle Tahar even told the Bishop Shagaran one day to bring a pair of shoes for a homeless dude that didn't have no shoes, man. I don't know how that scenario ended up, but, you know, you could see that it was sincere, man. You know, and if we could put our people in a better place, man, we would, man. We waiting to be risen up by the Lord, man. You know, it hurts us to see our people like this, man. That shit's embarrassing, man. Of course, we can get on 2/3 all day. We could talk about their wickedness and things of that sort, but, you know, Esau Edom has created a society and a way of living for them to, you know, not be able to even think of righteousness, man. They're boxed in. Like a nigga in jail, like, that's very difficult for you to be spiritual when you're around a lot of hounds. Niggas just want to fight, kill every day. Shit, can't do that. And to remember the words of the Lord Yahweh Shai, how he said, it is more blessed to give than it is to receive. That's right, man. Playing upon tables. He that is, because you don't want to be in that gluttonous spirit, me. You know, you being covetous, you being greedy. The Lord speaks about greed, man. That's a left hand trait. Because you'll never be satisfied. Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 20, verse 1. He that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor, and he that strengtheneth his hand keepeth the commandments. Lend to thy neighbor in the time of his need, and pay thou thy neighbor again in due season. Keep thy word and deal faithfully with him, that thou shalt always find the thing that is necessary for thee. You know, it says he that is merciful will lend unto his neighbor, man. Going back to what I was to the account I was talking about with the apostles. Our neighbors being, Yashar Allah, not no damn heathens. The elect more so, your brothers and the sisters and children of the faith, man, your family. Luke chapter 6, verse 38, give it, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, and it shall shaken together, running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye meet withal, it shall be measured to you again. So you're going to get back what you give, man. You can't be all hesitant and afraid to give, man. You what they say, you can't die with all that money. Now we in tough times, man. We in a time of inflation. These scriptures in this lesson ain't for a brother to go out there and be unwise and just empty out your pockets, because I don't even got shit to give myself right now. But when I do, I don't hesitate to give, man. Lord willing, that's because of the Lord, man. That's not me. The Lord gave me that spirit. And ever since I've been in the truth, I came in the spirit of, I'm going to do whatever I could do to help. Brothers say I got the gift of taking initiative. So it's like, if I see something that need to be done, a brother don't got to tell me twice. I'll stop a brother mid-sentence in the midst of their speech. You can't, the scriptures say not to do that, but it's like, brother, it's already done. You don't even got to worry about that. What's next, So it's like, whatever you could do, man, you do, man. And that's what I try to take my lot in, man. And call on like Bashim Yahshua for even giving me a gift, for even making me known to that gift, for even, for having brothers point that out, because now I see that. And it's like, I don't need to go out of my way to show that off, It's just, I gotta be on point when the time is there and you capitalize. There's a saying that my coach say, and it's in the world, it's saying pretty much rising to the occasion, but if we don't practice the setting of the occasion, you're not just gonna get up off the bed and do it. You got to be used to doing that act. But with that, Lord willing, says Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 1, cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it in many days. That's right, man. So invest, put your money aside, spread your grain across the seas, and it shall return back to you. But with that, man, Lord willing, says edifying. Call on Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Kakadash. Because what you gonna do in this world, man? What you gonna buy a whole bunch of Dior, Versace? What you gonna do? You gonna burn it up and make your own campfire so you can warm yourself up? You don't look out for people. People remember that, man. It's hard for people to look out for someone that never wants to look out. Shalom.